Hello, it's Kate. I just wanted to pop on and acknowledge what's going on in the earth at the moment with the recent earthquakes just off of Russia there, and the subsequent tsunamis with warnings in many places around the Pacific and other countries. And although I'm in Dorset and so unaffected by this at this stage, I am deeply feeling it, and I recognize this as it's Mother Earth's cry for help. It's an imbalance. We've been not giving enough back, and there's so much war and damage going on, and it's not sustainable. And this is Mother Earth's way of communicating with us, beautiful Mama Gaia. So on this gorgeous planet that we are privileged to call home, there are great changes, and these earthquakes and events have gone on for a long time, but this is the only one, or one of the biggest ones that certainly I recognise in my time, beyond the Christchurch earthquakes, which was more localised. But I just want to send so much love and heartfelt energy, so much love to those that are affected right now, to the people, the families, to the animals, to the creatures, to the sea animals, to the birds, the insects, to the land itself, for this stress that it's under right now. And with water, it's always a cleansing. So what are we cleansing? What are we removing that is causing major harm? So as we just take a moment to reflect on the devastation and the grief that people are feeling, and allow ourselves to take some nice deep breaths and just acknowledge it, but let it go through the breath, and send strength to those that are going to have a big journey ahead from here. We pray for the people to be safe, and we pray for them to have the strength to go through the next steps. The energy or deity of Ganesha is a really beautiful one to call on right now, and even if you don't worship the deities and the Hindu gods, it is a time to recognize that energy of removing obstacles and calling on strength that we need to help us with our fresh starts and new beginnings, and to use this once those that are affected have come through it as an opportunity to rebuild and to build with more harmony to the earth. So I know the wind is blowing quite strongly here at the moment, so I hope this comes through clearly. But just wanted to remind us at this time, for those of you that are affected, just know that we're thinking of you. Make sure you're safe, your family's safe. From disaster comes a pulling of community and solidarity, and it rebuilds bonds and ties that may have got drawn apart by inattention and lack of time to maintain friendships, relationships and neighbourhoods. And it's a time to pull in and help others, and we move out of our individual consciousness and more into the collective consciousness of how can we help and how can we work together to heal the communities or the land's pain. And whilst it might be really hard to acknowledge the beauty of where I am at right now in this place, this beautiful space, gardens and fine weather here in warm Dorset, I know I feel pretty helpless to help those that are struggling. So reminding myself from the teachings of Dr. Emoto that water responds to human emotion and intention. And we are mostly water. The waters are all connected around the planet through the cycles. We are part of those cycles. And so the more we can give our peaceful love and blessings to the water, to give it that change, to give it that strength to calm. Please calm the waters. We love you. We thank you for this message. Please cause no further harm. We hear you. And Gregg Braden is another person who has worked out a formula, and it's the square root of 1% of a population who are focusing on the feeling and the emotion. They can create change, and this has been shown in communities to reduce harm and violence. Well, right now the world is watching. what's going on. The world is praying, and we can join that collective power and be part of that square root of 1%, which is actually only 8,000 people globally. So let's join in our prayers. Let's jump on this and add our weight and our power to asking the oceans to calm and to bring peace and rebuild back to those communities. So if directly affected, obviously make sure you're safe and your family and your loved ones. If you're not currently affected, now's a really good time to bless and pray for the waters to calm and to pray for those suffering and to really move on the feeling of calm waters. So maybe we'll do a little meditation at the end of this, and this is the time to call on that Ganesh energy to help us have the strength and courage, and then we can make sure we are prepared. We can put the time and energy in now, 2-3 minutes, several times a day. That might make a difference. So let's do this. And making sure that we're prepared for anything future that might happen in our environments. Have you got your grab bags? Have you got your spare supplies? Do you know how to contact each other? I know we've all been doing this for so long, but it's just a really good reminder. Check your stuff. And then the things that I've been thinking about mostly is, how can I reduce harm to Earth? What can I do to reduce the things that are causing harm in my environment? Can I consider the way that I consume, that I travel? Can I consider the way that that I'm basically moving around? Can I consider what I'm eating? Can I consider what I'm growing and gardening? And what can I do to give back? So how do I reduce harm to Earth? And what can I do to give back? And I'm making decisions about energy efficiency and solar hot water tubes and more gardening and reducing plastic. And it's all stuff we're already doing, but let's keep going. If we can reduce harm in 3 ways, and we make that decision today, and we give back to the Earth in 3 ways, whether that's through blessing the water or rebuilding your compost bin or feeding the birds and wildlife, whatever it is that you can do today that can make a difference to help rebalance the Earth. But the rebalance starts within, starts with how can we balance ourselves. So what do you need today to find more balance? So as we take a few deep breaths, I'm just going to encourage you to take a nice deep breath and stop what you're doing for a moment. Just welcome the breath in through the nose and allow it to expand through the tummy, through the ribs, through the chest. Lift and expand all the cells of your body so they feel this beautiful energy of fresh prana. And then let it go. Let the shoulders melt. Let the collarbones drop. Let the rib cage draw back in and the belly button draw back gently to the spine. And maybe on your next big breath, you might exhale out of your mouth with a nice big sigh. So let that go. And pause if you want to do a few more of those, or just keep breathing nice and deep. As I ask you to use your memories, use your visualization, use your imagination to consider yourself coming into a place that you feel safe, a place that you feel grounded and protected. And feeling into the earth beneath your feet. Feel the solid ground and thank her, Mother Gaia, Papa Tunuku, Mother Earth, for holding us, giving us a home. You breathe a little deeper, and I ask you to bring your visualization to a beach that you love. And when you get down to this beach that you love in your visualization, your memory, or your imagination, however you connect with that, I want you to take a moment to feel that ocean air, smell the seaweed, hear the call of the birds, the seagulls, feel the sand under your toes. And then allow yourself to notice that the waters are choppier. The big waves today, big ocean waves today. The powerful cleansing nature of the waters of this earth. They feel wild and unpredictable. You wouldn't want to go in there today. And we know that with the churning of this water, there's damage to the corals beneath and the shaking up of all the life that's in the waters. And I want you to send those waters through the new moon that's just passed. Calmness. What does calmness, a calm ocean, feel like? Watch the waves drop. Watch the swell get less. Send the ocean love. Allow the waters to calm to gentle lap black water. Just gently in and gently out. Let everything settle. Let all the sediment that's been kicked up start dropping to the ocean, finding its new place. Visualize everything, the ecosystems coming back into balance. Clear, clean, pure ocean waters flowing. Gently in, gently out. And take as long as you need as you see peace coming back to the shore. Take the time to thank the waters within you, asking them to calm along with your next deep breath. And before we finish these few moments, just asking you to spend a few moments in gratitude, being grateful for the safety, the peace, the love, the abundance, and this beautiful opportunity we have to send our home some healing love. So from my heart to yours, and with my love and intention to all those that are suffering and struggling right now, much love.